Well, I'm back again. Not for a one-nighter though, just for a little mission that I set myself, because last night when I got called home to work this morning, so I've been in there, done that 5-hour shift, and it's late afternoon and I'm back out again. And all I've thought about since I left camp last night was one, that raised platform fire which never got lit, and two, which was three things actually now we mention it. The second thing was the massive steak I brought to camp with to cook. Never got to cook it. And the new Spitroast pole I got off Shane Coffey. So yeah, gonna go out, hit all three birds with one stone and light the temple fire, cook my steak on it using the Spitroast pole. So yeah, we'll keep you tuned as we go. So look how big it is. Goes all the way down and round there. Mine with a chest bag, which I don't have, and a rucksack which I have just a bottle of water in it, and my steak and my Spitroast pole, just because it's quite small to carry around with. But I also brought a tarp, some bungee cords and some other things that I had no intentions of using, but I still packed them just for the crack. Makes my bag look a little bit better than it did, if you know what I mean. It's like if it's not packed at the bottom, it's just a floppy canvas mess. There's a windmill in the distance. There's one prickly thistle. Yeah, it is a prickly thistle. It looked more hairy before. Here we are at the top. I've opted for a different way to camp. A clean one and across the farmer's field. It's a little bit longer, but cuts all the hell out of that woodland there. It's just so muddy. It's diabolical to walk in. Almost there. Right, so it's still intact, bit of bird poo on it, but this is the wild, that's what you get. So the cross beams and the angle posts I put in the bottom are to more sturdy it, stop it angling either way. This one here stops it from falling out at each side, and again these will stop it from, it won't push that way because of that one, it won't push this way because of that one, so each one, no matter which way it wants to go, it shouldn't go. The bottom, it's just pretty much all wood, and I've not even used green wood, I've just used wet, like stuff that I found dried, just because I don't want to cut trees down for it. It does say green wood, but this will do the same as just put an extra thickness of earth on top of it, and your dry wood should be fine. The first one I made of this, it was all just dead dry wood, and that was maybe 4 years ago, and yeah, it lasted for about 3 weeks burning before it actually fell apart, and that was just because the weight of the soil on top of it that it collapsed. So it's a pretty small fire than I'm used to. I've made one of these and it's 1 metre by 1 metre, and it was huge. You had to properly lean over it, we could use it as a table. So this one's just a little one, but in the future we probably will make a big one, just for, because I've got one on my page that's a big one, but that's back before I got my HD cam. So yeah, I'm going to get this fired up, get my tripod out my bag, camp up there. You can see all the support beams holding that wall up. Each log has got its own counterbalance falling into part, and then as it sets back it rests on these posts. But now you could move all these posts and it'd still stay there just because it's sunk in now. But if you look from the other side, look at the perfection of this wall. Just look at it. There's not one single crack, gap or anything in it, like it's just really tight.
I just totally clicked right here, right now, that I'd left my spade here last night, because I've just spotted it right there. Look at that, it's even been flooded over. It's full of water. So the good points about this fire are it's a really good signal fire if you've got time to build one. It's really good if you've got a bad back and you can't bend down to your fire. So if you're one of our older members of the community, this might be a fire for you. And again, if your ground's extremely flooded and wet, it's another good fire for that. Downsides, as you can see, the wind affects it a lot, but if you're out using it as a signal, then you know it doesn't really matter because the wind's only going to make it bigger. Anybody else has any good points or bad points about this fire, just pop it in the comment box below and we'll keep on adding to them as we go. And again, each fire pit we do, we'll try and list the good points and the bad points and how it benefits us. And if you've got time to build something like this, it's good for the fun factor, just to enjoy yourself and, you know, out of the box and out of the norm. See, it always happens to me. Put a little bit too much on. It's awesome. The heat on my face is diabolical. Another bad point, if you've got cold feet, then you know this is not the fire for you. or if you fell in ice water and you need to build it when you get out, then you probably die before you went to build it. That's another bad point. Well, we're going to mark that as an in-between point. But yeah, definitely, if you've got cold feet, this is no good. Unless your bench is actually higher than the fire. But then it doesn't have to be this. It doesn't have to be this high. You could build it a foot off the ground. Also, just thinking out loud, if you're in a place where you can't have ground fires because of peat moss, then this is a fire for you if you want to carry your sand in. Because you can't line the bottom with peat moss, that'll just burn the same. Right, coffee. No smoke, no nothing coming out of there yet. Just shows we've got it right then. That sand is starting to harden at the bottom too. Imagine one of these built out of clay. Be epic. You're on the tripod and I'm walking with you. Just spotted this, look at this. See that big log there? Right? That is where all the good stuff is. Just show you how big that log is. It's a log pretty much twice the size of me and probably about the same thickness. Right, all the good stuff is underneath that log. It's only steadied on here. Look at that. Counterweight. Not technical. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's dry too. It's like quick grab what you can. Oh. I still never went and got my coffee pot, hey? It's gonna burn for hours. Is that stone? That's stone. Oh, that's come off there.
It's river stones, people. See, that's what happens. You'll have to watch that, kind of it being face level height and all that. It's not a good thing. So I have my big steak on. Shane Coffey's spit roast. Now he's managed to do what I never managed to do. He's got these two little poles. Just got them sitting on the inside of the fire just a little bit. It's not a big deal. But yeah, this is awesome the way he's done this. Is it's cut a square in so that I can manoeuvre the meat and it'll stay no matter where I put it. Which I've always had a problem with this in spit roast, because you'd never get to have a steak sitting flat like that because it'd always go like that. So he's managed to sort that. So yeah, mate, brilliant work, and I'm looking forward to playing with this for the rest of the, well, for a few years to come. Small, lightweight, what more do you want? More firewood, that's what we need. Look at that, I love it. It's the best thing since sliced bread, you know, having a spit roast pole that doesn't spin. And I bet you any money I could get my normal sized joint of meat on that. It's brilliant. Simply couldn't wait. I've cut this bit off and net it already. It's so good.
This whole fire pit is rocking when I'm cutting this. Look at that steak, eh? Ooh. Awesome.
And that's me just dumped some water on the fire. That's pretty much it. Steak was absolutely awesome.
Never had a steak like it. I have, but it was cooked by me. It's blow my own trumpet there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all again soon. I'm glad we got to cook the steak and test out the fire pit in the end.
See them 3D jump. It's awesome. The gate was up and you still jump over the fence. Find. Oh! Oh yes! Yes! What a find! Ho ho! Taking that home with us. Oh, I've never been so happy in my life at the pure deer. I hope it was okay.
And I'm going to put that on my wall, or even on top of one of the shelters at the village. I'm chuffed to bits. The first time I've ever had like something like that. Yeah, so glad I made that little detour to see where the deers have walked through. Chuffed to bits. And just seeing wild garlic there on the floor, I picked wild garlic and put some in my pocket. I was going to stab it into the steak. Completely forgot. That would have made it even nicer. Near the end now. I'm almost home. I'm going to go and have a shower and enjoy the rest of my 2 hours, well, 1 hour of daylight. Maybe sit in the garden and upload this video. So again, thanks for your constant support and thanks for watching. And a big thanks to Shane Coffey for the Spitroast. I'll put a link in down below for him if you want to go and check him out. He's one of our community, does a lot of bush box cooking with his sons, and yeah, like me, just enjoys the outdoors. We'll catch you all again on the next one, which should be soon.